My name is Bebo from the Bebo Bushcraft YouTube channel, and today in this video we're going to dive deep into the strange and unique landscape they call the Driftless Area. The Driftless Area is one of those places that sounds ordinary until you realize how geologically strange it actually is. This landscape stretches through parts of Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, and Illinois. This particular region spans over 15 million acres of land, which roughly equates out to about 24,000 square miles. And interestingly, it's actually 10 times bigger than Yosemite National Park. Most of the people living nearby don't even realize they're on the edge of something extraordinary. Let's dive into some interesting facts about these ancient grounds. The Mississippi River. In most places, the Mississippi River is a powerful, single-channel-wide, muddy river, engineered with levees to keep the river in line. But the sections of this river that runs through the Driftless Area, it spreads out into a braided, multi-channel system that looks more like a maze than a river, opening up to grand widths and shrinking to very narrow channels. The reasoning for this is due to the glaciers from the last ice age never pushing massive amounts of debris into this region of the Mississippi. The river wasn't forced into one dominant channel. It had room to spread out naturally, causing these thousands of unique mini channels, backwater lakes, and countless little islands. This area of the Mississippi is known for its wildlife hotspots loaded with bald eagles, migrating birds by the hundreds of thousands, and fish nurseries in the calm backwaters. The Driftless Area is also known for having underground water highways. This is where things become almost surreal. Beneath the hills and valleys, water isn't just flowing in rivers. There are entire hidden plumbing systems carved in the rocks hundreds of feet below the surface. They are called karsts, and it has reshaped everything. This region sits on a thick layer of limestone, which slowly erodes with slightly acidic rainwater that seeps into the ground over the course of hundreds of millions of years. The process creates what geologists call karst topography, which is a direct result of this specific landscape to have a large number of caves, sinkholes, and underground streams. For example, in some spots, a small creek will literally disappear into a hole in the ground called a swallow hole and flow through the underground passages, then re-emerge as a spring miles away. This hidden world of natural underground plumbing is unique to the Driftless Area and has helped shape the grounds beneath it for what seems like an eternity. The ancient landscapes of the Driftless Area. The ancient landscape of the Driftless Area dates back so long that you can feel the energy flow within these grounds. When you're looking at the hills and valleys, you're not just seeing old terrain, you're seeing a landscape that has been cautiously shaped for hundreds of millions of years. This location is extremely rare because it is the only place in North America that was not flattened by the rolling glaciers, but pushed together and formed an ancient landscape roughly 500 million years old. This entire region was covered by shallow tropical seas. Over time, layers of sediment built up and hardened into rock. Limestone, sandstone, and dolomite. These rocks are still exposed today. This is extremely rare because most places have newer and younger material covering this rock up. In most of the northern United States, glaciers come through during the last ice ages and basically wiped the slate clean by flattening terrain and leaving behind fresh deposits of minerals. However, the Driftless Area was skipped. That means valleys weren't covered by ice. They were slowly cut by rivers over a very long period of time. Some valleys follow points that the river has taken for millions of years. Instead of being redirected or buried by glaciers, they've just kept cutting deeper and wider, creating steep bluffs and widening valleys. The driftless area's biodiversity. The biodiversity of the driftless area is not normal for the Midwest, but extremely unique to this region of the Midwest. Most of the surrounding region is dominated by farmland and gentle rolling hills. The driftless area breaks that pattern completely, resulting in what drives its unusual biodiversity. Because the terrain is so rugged, these steep bluffs, deep valleys, north and south facing slopes, you get dramatically different temperatures, sunlight, and moisture over a very short time and distance. North facing slopes stay colder and wetter, which support plants typical of colder climates. South-facing slopes get more of a direct hitting sun and heat, causing the area to support prairies and drought-tolerant species. Valley bottoms trap cold air that sometimes feel like a different season entirely. So within a short hike, you can pass through ecosystems that wouldn't normally exist side by side. This region sits at a biological crossroad where multiple major ecosystems overlap, such as the eastern deciduous forests, tall grass prairies, and conifer-influenced northern habitats. These habitats overlap, creating a stacking effect, causing more species to pack into one area than you would normally expect. World-famous trout fishing streams in the driftless area. The driftless area is home to some of the best trout fishing hotspots in the entire world. This isn't just good fishing. It is one of the most naturally suited trout environments in the country. There are cold, spring-fed waters year-round. These waters being extremely clear, cold, and oxygen-rich are a result of a near-perfect conditions for brown and brook trout. The natural food supply is constant due to the stable water temperatures, causing insect life to thrive year-round despite extreme cold and extreme heat. Most of the trout have reproduced naturally in these many local streams. This means that the population are self-sustaining and the surrounding ecosystem is more balanced, which is a big deal for those serious anglers out there. This isn't just about fishing, but about landscape engineering by nature to support this very kind of life to exist as a result of hundreds of millions of years of landscape called the driftless area. That was Fireside Facts with Bebo. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and like down below. If you enjoyed this content and you learned something from this video, please let me know in the comments. Have a good day.